Hi class, my name is Vanessa Zavala and I'm going to be presenting to you a very important topic, renewable energy. In high school, I was head of the environmental science club for 3 years, so this is a topic that I would promote in my students daily. So what exactly is renewable energy? What does that mean? Renewable energy is a source of energy that can be replenished. We will always have access to it. It will never run out, such as the sun. It will always rise and it will always set. We can always extract the energy from the sun and process that to mechanic energy. So forms of renewable energy. The most popular five we have available to us is solar, wind, geothermal, hydroelectric, electric, and biomass. What is a non-renewable energy? Non-renewable energy is something that cannot be replenished. Once it's gone, that's it. It's not something that we can just wait a couple months and it'll happen to grow again. Once it's gone, it's gone. Fossil fuel. Fossil fuels such as coal, gas, formed in geological past from the remains of living organisms. That's what fossil fuel is. It's organisms that have died, such as plants and animals, a very long time ago. And they have, I'll explain to it, get to the next slide. They have decomposed they have passed these 3 stages to turn into coal. There's 3 different types of coal, but the main one is the last one, which is coal. And from there, we extract coal from land masses and also ocean sea floors, and we extract that coal. We turn it into a combustion chamber. We put it into a combustion chamber, and from there we ignite it. And whenever we ignite it, that heat and steam, it turns a turbine, and from there it just turns it very rapidly, and we extract the electrons from it, and the electrons is what powers our energy in our homes. Once we ignite the combustion in the chamber, that's when pollution is released, a massive amount of pollution, and that's what is very alarming. So we get into the cons. Why is fossil fuel so bad? It's very efficient, but at what cost? It destroys habitats. Any person that lives near a factory of a fossil fuel plant, it has very extreme bronchitis, asthma. They lose their hair. It's a very unhealthy environment. The land is terrible. Just the air itself is very thick. You can feel the unhealthiness in the air. But one of my main concerns with fossil fuel is the release of C4. And what C4 is carbon monoxide and also other chemicals as well that's released into the atmosphere and eats at the ozone layer. And whenever it eats at the ozone layer, it leaves gaps in it. And what the ozone layer's main job is to protect the earth from the sun rays, the harmful sun rays. The ozone layer absorbs it. But since the C4 is eating at that ozone layer, the sun seeps through easily. And it helps, and in turn, it heats up the earth. That's where global warming comes into play. The glaciers start to melt, the sea level will start to rise, and everything is just thrown off balance. So that's something that's very alarming. So this is, how do we combat that? How do we fix it? It's very simple, not very simple, but it's doable. Solar energy is a renewable source. How do we extract solar energy? So we get radiant energy. Radiant energy is emitted from the sun, and we create solar panels that absorb this energy and turn it into mechanical. So what are the pros of solar energy? The pros are renewable energy, solar systems that produce 0 emissions, so they don't destroy our ozone layer one bit, and they create no chemical bypass product. So they're basically 100% green. And we leave no carbon footprint. That's amazing. And of course it's good for the economy because we will have to invest in this. This is something that will happen. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of when. And it's also projected in the next 50 years we're going to run out of fossil fuel. So we're definitely going to heavily depend on these. So it's a great stock market. Wind energy. Wind energy is one of the fastest growing stock markets there is because of how successful it's been. So wind energy or wind power, describes the process by which wind is used to generate electricity. Wind turbines convert the kinetic energy into wind into mechanical power. So to describe the mechanical mechanism behind a wind turbine. So basically, what happens is these windpipes are actually taller than the Statue of Liberty, and the wind turbines are longer than two semi trucks put together, but they're actually, in fact, very light. Two adult humans can pick one up. They're not heavy. They're very successful. Once they turn a generator inside of it, and that in turn turns another generator, and electrons are released, and it's a successful way of producing energy. Very successful. So what are the pros of wind energy? It's a renewable source. We're always going to have wind, no matter what. It's one of the best stock markets to invest in right now. It's the fastest growing one, in fact. It reduces the dependencies on fossil fuels massively. I think by 50% we're already starting to reduce it. In the state of Hawaii, it's mandatory that 50% of their energy comes from wind turbines. And it's a clean form. So why is renewable energy important to us? Why do we care? Why not just use all the fossil fuels we can and let the later generations deal with it? Well, for the very simple fact that it is only a matter of time before we run out of fossil fuel, in which we will rely on so heavily on to fill our daily needs. And the only way to combat this issue is to improve and look for new innovations on which we can decrease the need for fossil fuel, such as natural gas, nuclear energy, and coal. Thank you. I'm done.